I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? It was feeling great. You know, it was a bad start to the year. You know what I mean? I was making good improvements. I was doing very good. You know, killing in the gym, and you know, I've been bodybuilding for 9 years, and I'm a perfectionist when it comes to working out. You know what I mean? I execute I execute right. You know, perfect form, this and that. I really preach that it's not about the weight, it's about the form. And once you execute the form, once you get your form down right and you execute that exercise right, the weight's gonna come. You know, you're gonna lift heavier weight. So I'm real big on that. And it was a fluke of an accident where the dumbbells we got, it's kind of like they're not all the way flush. It's not all the way flat. Like it's flat, then it has little smaller dumbbells. So when you're on your knees, you gotta like balance them.
Yeah.
And when I was going back with the 170-pound dumbbells, it slid off my leg wrong and it went like this. Ooh. And what I did was I didn't try to fight it. If I would try to fight it, it'd have ripped off. I went with it and I let it go. And right then and there, I felt some weird feeling, but I wasn't in real bad pain. But I felt a weird feeling and I felt something going on. It didn't bruise right away. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I knew I tore something. So then I set up the doctor's appointment to go see the doctor, and I got an MRI. And I got a knee doctor I see, and the knee doctor was like, Charles, just come in here and I can read your MRI to you, give you a peace of mind until you see the shoulder and pec doctor the next day. So I go in and see him, and he's like, yep, it's torn off the bone. You need to get surgery. You're going to be out for at least 6 months to a year to get back right. So I was like, fuck, it's over with, you know what I mean? And so then I went to go see the pec doctor the next day, and he's just looking at my MRIs, just all lackadaisical. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is my career going on here. And you just looking at him like it's nonchalantly. And I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, when do I need surgery? Can you tell me when I need surgery? He was like, he looked at me, he like, you don't need surgery. I jumped up out of the chair and I looked at him. He's like, that's a good thing, right? He was about to push the panic button. Like big black man in here about to go crazy, yo. He was about to push the panic button. Yeah. And he's like, that's a good thing, right? I'm like, yeah, that's a great thing. But your buddy just told me yesterday that I needed surgery. So it was in the muscle belly. And you can't get surgery to the muscle belly because it'd be like doing surgery to ground beef. Oh, right. So what I had to do was I just had to let it heal on its own.
Yeah.
And here I was thinking about 6 to 8 weeks, I'll be back. And, you know, I just had to hold it out and do all the treatment I could do. And I didn't lift no upper body for 10 weeks. You know, some people, they like to go do their one side of their body, lift the one side of their body. I don't care if you're lifting that side of the body. You're still going to be moving your upper body and you're still going to touch that area. So I said for 10 weeks, I'm not lifting no upper body. And what I did was I trained legs 3 times a week. Wow. So, you know, They gave me grapes and I made wine out of it. You know what I mean? I do what I had to do. And I went 9-10 weeks of just training legs for 3 times a week going in. And I improved on my legs and everything like that. And, you know, now here we are. I'm 3 weeks out from Legion Sports, and we're going to lay it out on the line and get this last qualification of the year.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've spoke to lots of bodybuilders have injuries and stuff, and you know, it really hits them like really, really hard. Now, I'm going to sound like a therapist, but how did it make you feel mentally? Like when it really, like going through all that, you know, you're on a roll, everything's going great, and then bang.
To be ranked 14th in the world from last year, and I still feel like I got overlooked last year, you know, and that was the first year where my peers and people doing the podcast were like, Charles was one of the overlooked bodybuilders on that stage. He was the most conditioned. He was that.
I said that.
So me to place 14th, and people think I should have placed higher. They think I got overlooked. And to have this injury, man, it put me in a bad spot. I'm not even going to lie. You know, I was in a dark phase, you know what I mean? And there was no way around it. I was trying to think positive. I was trying to think like this. I was trying to listen to everybody say this and say that. But, you know what I mean? It's like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And I can't compete. I'm on the sideline watching. I was supposed to do the Chicago Pro. I was supposed to do this show. And I'm like, dang, I could have won this show. Dang, I could have won that show. I could have won that show. I could have been qualified. But here I am on the sideline, just licking my chops, waiting. And, it put me in a depressed mode, man. And, put me in a depressed mode. Mm-hmm. But what kind of saved me was training legs 3 times a week. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was able to get some training in, get 3 days a week training in. And that's what kind of kept me kind of sane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I know you struggled. We spoke about it a couple of years ago, and you struggled during the pandemic. Because a lot of bodybuilders, I spoke to a lot of bodybuilders then, and like some of them couldn't even get to the gym, or they're having to sneak in somewhere, or having to train in really badly equipped gyms, and and I know you were someone that really kind of struggled during that time as well. So do you feel like you're a little bit stronger from that to maybe cope with this, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because 2020, when I went through that pandemic and I gave my body a rest, that was hard. So at least I was able to still train and still like improve somewhere on my body.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always had my legs have never been lacking. They did lack a little bit. I lost some symmetry because, I found out when I get to a certain weight, when I get up to the 280s, my knees just don't do good for me. And I can't push like that. So I had lost some symmetry in 2019. Mm-hmm. I had symmetry in 2019. The upper body was bigger than the lower body. And then I found out that I can't get to a certain weight. Once I found out the certain weight I could get to, I was able to train legs and smash legs and get those legs bigger. You know what I mean? So with this 10 weeks off of upper body and just training legs, it really gave my legs time to really catch up to the upper body.
Oh, really?
And really give my symmetry give my body the symmetry that it looks at. My lower half is stupid right now. You know what I mean?
I saw a video you posted the other day. Legs look incredible. I mean, I always thought your legs were good. The last couple of years they've been very, very good. But so you were actually able to train legs hard, not just like doing just for the sake of doing something. You're actually able to improve them 3 times a week.
I went hard. I made sure I wasn't using this area.
Yeah.
I made sure keeping this area still, and I trained hard. You know what I mean? And Tuesdays I did glutes and hams.
Yeah.
Thursday I did quads and hamstrings and glutes.
Yeah.
And Sunday was straight quad day.
Wow.
I was able to really improve my legs on that. And like glutes I got chubby boy glutes. That's always like everything will be in 5-6 weeks out. Everything is in besides them glutes, and we gotta keep grinding to try to get those glutes to come in. And with the extra glute training, doing the Bulgarians, the hip thrusts, and all this, everything's came up, man. And I'm just loving the improvements my legs have made. And
good.
People are going to see it.
Good. So, I mean, obviously with your arm, and your chest, or, when putting tension on it, what movements couldn't you do for legs? So just
RDL.
Sorry?
RDL for hamstring, RDLs, and I don't never back squat. I've never back squat. So I was able to do the hack squat, have somebody on my side open it up and lock it up. And I was able to do all the leg movements I was able to do. Only one I wasn't able to do was RDLs.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
And my pec I was never in pain.
Yeah.
I was never in pain. It was just an uncomfortable feeling. So that's what gave me hope that, it was a grade 2, grade 3 tear, but I was never in pain. I was never this. So I just made sure I babied it. And if I did do an exercise where I felt it, then I would lower the weight. So I'm not putting any stress or strain on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you train your chest differently now?
Yeah, I'm still training. Because I'm scared. You know what I mean? I'm being cautious. You know what I mean? And I'm able to lower my chest. I'm able to do everything to my chest. I'm not as strong as I was once. I'm not as strong pushing the weight I was doing on it, but the strength is there. But I'm just being cautious. You know what I mean? The muscles built there. The muscles there. I just want to get on stage. I don't want to injure myself trying to do no ego lifting before the show. So I'm loading the chest up. I'm doing everything with the chest, but I'm just being cautious with what I'm doing.